This question of Christianity replacing Judaism is really an exaggerated question in itself, and one that is fraught with some levels of misunderstanding. As if there was an old religion called Judaism, and then that got replaced by a new religion called Christianity, as if Jesus came into the world to start a new religion as opposed to fulfill what was written in Moses and the prophets. In fact, he came as the Jewish Messiah to fulfill the promises that God had given to the people of Israel. And the first believers that were called Christians in Acts the 11th chapter, it didn't mean that they were practicing a new religion. It meant that they were followers of this Christ guy. Because in the Greek world, Christos, Christ, sounded like a name. In the Jewish world, it meant anointed one, Messiah. But in the Greek world, it really didn't have a meaning. It would be like calling followers of mine Brownites or something like that. It was not meaning a new religion, but just putting a term on these followers, these Jewish and Gentile followers of this Jesus character. That's how it was looked at in some of the ancient world. But no, Jesus didn't come to start a new religion. He came to fulfill everything that God had spoken before, to bring it to its fullness. And the full promises to Israel are now opened up to the whole world. And in that sense, God is doing something new and beautiful. Let me look at a verse, Matthew chapter 21, verse 43. There Jesus said, "Therefore I tell you, the kingdom of God will be taken away from you and given to a people producing its fruits." Many times that has been read as saying that God is taking the kingdom from the Jewish people, from the Jewish nation, and giving it to the church, which is primarily Gentile. And so in that sense, Christianity replaces Judaism. That's a misinterpretation of the verse. Read it in context and then keep reading immediately afterwards. It says that the crowds, they all thought Jesus was a prophet, but the religious leaders knew he was speaking, Yeshua was speaking this about them. In other words, God is taking the kingdom from you, the hypocritical Jewish leadership, and giving it to a people who bear its fruit. Who were the first leaders? They were Jews, the apostles, Peter and others like that. That's who the kingdom authority was now given to. These were the people of kingdom leadership. And from there, yes, it is now spread to the whole world. So this notion of Christianity replacing Judaism forgets that the roots of, quote, Christianity are Jewish. It forgets that our faith is founded on a Jewish Messiah who did not come to establish a new religion, but to bring the kingdom of God to earth. So let's get our terminology better, lest we put up a wall where there really is no wall.